IISD Reporting Services is here in Cancun, Mexico for the 5th Assembly meeting of the Global Environment Facility and the 46th GEF Council meeting, reporting on selected side events convening in parallel with the GEF Assembly. On Monday, May 26th, delegates discussed the wide range of opportunities for successful protection of wildlife at an event organized by the World Wildlife Fund and the World Bank. Barney Long of the World Wildlife Fund opened the session and described the dire situation the world is in due to rampant illegal wildlife trade.
Poaching to supply the illegal trade in wild fauna and flora is one of the greatest threats to many of our planet's most charismatic, valuable, and ecologically important species.
Marco Silva of the CITES Secretariat called the situation a perfect storm of problems and challenges.
When we look at disasters, there's never one single factor that brings down an airplane or we have a meltdown. It's a combination of different factors that happen in a specific environment and in a specific time. And this is basically what we have with wildlife crime.
Despite this stark reality, panelists offered up innovative and workable solutions, drawing on their experiences in combating illegal wildlife trade at the local, national, regional, and international levels.
The project, which is a GEF project, is trying to shift the policy environment in Vietnam in order to strengthen the legislative and regulatory environment, but it's also trying to address the question of demand.
But the importance of the toolkit is that it provides an assessment to parties or to countries to be able to better identify how to develop better responses to a perfect storm.
We are trying to develop the concept of wildlife-friendly green infrastructure. So some of our biodiversity specialists are really trying to work with our engineers and the governments.
World leaders have also inspired new political will to halt poaching and wildlife crime, coming together in February 2014 at the London Summit on Illegal Wildlife Trade.
The declaration which came from the London Summit had two main commitments from governments. The first one was that governments renounced for the first time trade in illegal products. And the second thing, they recognized illegal wildlife trade as a serious crime being on a par with drug trafficking, arms, and people trafficking, and something which comes under the UN Convention on Transnational Organized Crime.
It was also evident that the GEF has an important role to play in reversing current trends.
There's been a lot of talk today about it's a perfect storm of opportunity for poachers, but we would like to think there's a perfect storm that's been created for cooperation by all these external events to the GEF and the GEF processes.
One groundbreaking new tool is the Spatial Monitoring and Reporting Tool, or SMART, which is a free software available to park rangers and governments worldwide to track hotspots of illegal wildlife poaching and trade.
All of this technology that can be put to use in the right context, in the framework of developing the capacity of both park rangers and communities on the ground to use the technology appropriately.
Barney Long wrapped up with the key outcomes of the day's events, highlighting the importance that the global community address the problem of illegal wildlife trade from multiple dimensions.
All the organizations that were represented all agreed that wildlife crime is not just a biodiversity issue, but it's also a sustainable development issue, and it's also a rule of law and security issue.
Stay tuned for more video coverage of select side events here at the 5th GEF Assembly, brought to you by IISD Reporting Services.